My boyfriend of 2 years says he can't marry me because of something he found in my phone. Hi everyone, sorry this is a bit long. I just want to give enough context. My boyfriend and I went out of town this weekend to celebrate our anniversary. We spent the day doing activities around the city and then went out to dinner. He's not much of a drinker, but since we were celebrating, he decided to have a few drinks. When we got back to the hotel, he was definitely drunk, but I still wanted to enjoy the night, so we started watching TV. Out of nowhere, he suddenly said, "I went through your phone and saw that you cheated on your ex-fiancé. I could never marry someone like that." He also kept saying, "I've known for a long time. I just never brought it up. If you want to be with me, you need to be honest." I was engaged back in 2014, and apparently he had gone way back through my phone and found old text messages and photos from that time. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to messages and photos. I just never think to delete them. I have text messages going back to 2012. The thing is, everything he saw was from after my ex and I had already broken up. I tried to explain that, but he wouldn't listen. He started yelling and calling me awful names like where and bitch. He kept saying I was a terrible person and that he could never marry someone like me. It got so bad that when he went to the bathroom, I went downstairs and asked hotel security to help me get my things so I could leave safely. Security came up with me, and even then, he kept trying to convince me not to leave. Security had to tell him several times that he couldn't stop me if I wanted to go. I ended up going to a relative's house nearby for the night. Since then, he's been texting me non-stop telling me I'm not marriage material, that I'm a bad person for leaving him there, and that he could never trust me. I'm honestly really hurt and confused. I've never cheated on him or on my ex for that matter. Does he have a right to be upset? Is this something worth trying to work through? Update. First off, I want to thank everyone who reached out with support, kind words, and even alternative perspectives, even the tough or negative ones. Your feedback truly helped me see things for what they were. Now for some context about what he found in my phone. Back in 2014, I was engaged. He came across pictures of me with another man taken in early 2015, someone who obviously wasn't my fiancé. Since he didn't know when my ex and I had broken up, he jumped to the conclusion that I cheated. I'm not saying that excuses his reaction, but I wanted to clarify the situation. It honestly just seems like self-sabotage. He can honestly never let himself be happy in our relationship. It has always been like this, and I should have seen this as a red flag from the beginning. When I got home on Sunday morning, I took some time to process everything and figure out my next steps. I followed your advice and called my mom and best friend. They were both incredibly supportive and helped me think clearly. I decided to go back to my hometown for a few days to give him space and time to move out. On Saturday night, during one of his angry texts, he mentioned he'd be out of the house by Thursday. On Sunday night, I locked myself in my bedroom while he slept on the couch. I even kept my phone under my pillow, just in case, but thankfully, everything was uneventful. He leaves early for work, so this morning I packed my things and left. My plan was to stay gone until Thursday, when he could move out. But I'll be honest, and I know some of you might shake your heads, I couldn't leave without knowing I had proven the truth. I went through my Google Photos and old messages and found the final conversation between me and my ex-fiancé, which confirmed what I already knew. We broke up at the end of 2014. I never cheated, so I sent him a long message. I told him I was done and that I did, in fact, expect him to be out by Thursday. I also told him there was no undoing the things he said or how he treated me, and that I was finally at peace knowing I told the truth and that I hadn't cheated on him or anyone else. I also included the screenshot of the final text message between me and my ex confirming the timeline. He read the message and immediately tried to backtrack, saying, "We both hurt each other and need time to process things." But there's really nothing left to say. He was completely wrong, and now that he knows it, he's trying to walk it all back. I'm not standing for that. He's so delusional that he feels like he can gaslight me into believing that I hurt him in some way over something that happened a decade ago, and I didn't even know him. He did apologize for calling me out of my name, but that's nowhere near enough. I feel strong in my decision to leave, knowing I did everything I could in that relationship. I'm so thankful for all of you who offered encouragement and advice during such a dark time. It truly helped me find my strength. Again. I know I probably should have just let him think whatever he wanted to, but I just couldn't help myself. Now that I'm safe and away from him, I can answer any other questions you might have. I hope I didn't miss anything. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.